gives it more strength and more power.
Strength and power is what we're going to speak of this hour on the new edition of High Thoughts featuring Tony DeSmuse.
Man, shit, I'm right now. I'm in pain thoughts.
Pain thought.
Yeah, I'm trying to, get over, operating the camera all day. But
That's pleasure, man.
it's pleasure. But shoot, I believe that all pleasure, if you want to get or achieve a goal, you gonna go through some bumps and some bruises.
That's right.
To achieve it.
You gotta be uncomfortable, as they say.
And that's why it's like, I try to just focus on trying to get what I want out of it, so that when I go through this pain, eventually, what I got out of it will be rewarding enough to make me forget about ever being in pain in the first place.
How do you know when you've crossed the finish line?
With a film project, or with
With your goals?
with your goals?
How do you know when, like you said, that way when it happens? How do you know when it happens? Like there's the journey, and then
For me, I use drum as an example. Right. So I remember like it was yesterday, I was in my office. I called you on the phone. I said, let's shoot something. And I said, I got this idea for a story.
drum.
And I walked outside, and I told you what it was. And I literally made it up in the time that I was walking outside, because it was so visual.
And I was truly acting, because I would never leave my drum.
But it wasn't about leaving the drum.
But it's possible.
But it's not about leaving the drum, though. It was about taking it for granted.
I know a couple of brothers that have left their drums, so they will relate.
Yeah, but it's still utterly about the gift that you've been given.
The drum's symbolic. It could mean a lot of things.
That's exactly right.
It could mean your lady. It could mean your best friend. It could mean material.
It could be something that has a value that is incomprehensible to you, and yet
we get distracted.
You've become so comfortable with
the
it.
Of things.
It's me. It's years of always wanted to take stories and create them, and then choosing to say, all right, I'm gonna put that on the shelf. The problem with that is that it doesn't. Your brain is this unlimited resourced machine that can reach back in that file and be like, man, remember this? Remember how good this was? Remember how much you enjoyed writing that? What about this one right here?
Frequent that experience.
You gotta go and touch it. You gotta touch it, because if you don't touch it, what ends up happening is, like in the other story, the vampire story, the blessing becomes a curse because you long for the blessing that you aren't using.
People gotta put themselves in the now.
It's
a particle of light never experiences the journey. It's already there.
Yeah.
From the time of the Big Bang, when it manifested, it's already at its destination. How is that possible? We have to be like light. Act like we're already there, but yet we're still in the destination. That's what I'm trying to reflect the properties of light, or darkness, the other frequency. Seems to move faster. Speed of black.
That's it.
You gonna make a movie about the speed of black, man?
Well,
damn.
Trust and believe it's coming.
Space-time bender, man. That's what we need, man. Fuck all the murder and the fucking whatever that they constantly show.
Space-time.
Let's show them. Yeah, let's make a movie about a black alien messiah, man.
I don't want to talk about it on the air.
Damn. Tony already.
LBVs.
I'm sure he has
LBVs.
some-
What is it about? It is about
Damn.
two both equally equipped twin brothers who eventually end up going to war against each other.
Wow.
And for one to be the chosen one, or the brightest one, or the one that is going to carry on the legacy of the Kingdom of Zala, there can only be one. So he, being coerced by this evil witch doctor, who's got his face painted in red and black, who was the heir to the previous kingdom's throne, before their evil ways, the way that they destroyed animals and would hunt them to extinction, and they would kill anyone that got in their way, and they would only come out at night. They would only hunt in darkness. That's why they call them night hunters.
They come out at night.
They come out at night, and when they come out in the forest, and they live under, subterranean. They said that by living, this is the kind of hunters they are. By living in darkness, in cold climates, the animals can't see you when you approach.
Let's see if Tony knows about this movie. And this is an old cult classic. And if he's the director. What you told me reminds me of the movie Chud.
Man, that was so old, man.
What you know about Chud? Come on, man.
Old.
Chud is classified, bro. Not too many people know about cannibalistic human underground
dwellers. Yep. Cannibalistic human underground dwellers.
Chud. Chud.
Yeah, I remember Chud. Shit. That's
How
bad
did
as-
you see Chud, man?
Shit, the same way I saw They Live.
Yeah, no, that's a
Yeah, that was a cool motherfucker there too.
wow.
It's just about, and the thing that's funny about that is
tell me
that
about that.
had they cast, what's his name, David Keith was the voice of, what is it called, Gargoyles. Remember the cartoon Gargoyles?
Yeah. That was a deep cartoon.
Yeah, I
man.
love that cartoon. That
Yeah,
was
y'all
the
don't know
business.
about that. Check out Gargoyles.
Gargoyles.
Man. A lot of good
Gargoyles. The voices
storyline
of
was awesome. Voices,
the voices
was awesome.
were awesome, and the thing that,
Yeah, I fuck with Gargoyles. Man.
yeah, I mean it's.
It was a little bit. I was a little bit older for it, but it grabbed me because of the storylines.
I was watching that when I was 20, in my 20s, right? Yeah. And try to always show my kids cool shows from our childhood, from when I was a kid, because
What about Tarzan, Lord of the Jungle? Now you want to talk about some good moral stories, man.
yeah,
Man, Tarzan, Lord of the Jungle, that's some old shit. That was along with Johnny Quest. That was,
Johnny Quest was one of the
Yeah, that
best
was tied
ever
in
made.
with that
That's
one.
one of the best cartoons ever even
yeah, Quest-
conceived.
yeah, Johnny Quest is some shit.
Man, Johnny Quest was my dude. Johnny Quest. I actually liked what's the damn name of the cartoon? It's a old cartoon. What was his name? It was a professor, and he would always tell these tall tales. And it was you would have to know about Tennessee Tuxedo and all that stuff.
I know
'cause it-
about Tennessee.
Underdog, but it was what's Professor McBride.
I think I know that. Ain't it General
White.
McBride? What about wasn't he a general?
I thought it was Professor, Professor
General.
McBride.
I think
Maybe.
General McBride.
All I remember is, he would tell these tall tales and all that
Didn't he have
stuff.
a military suit on?
Yeah. But he was
I
just.
think he was General.
It might have been General McBride.
He was a lying motherfucker.
That boy lie in 2 seconds.
Damn,
flat.
he lied. That was a cartoon y'all fed to the
But
children.
but you know what was cool about it though is that
it was a good story.
It was good stories, but he would always tell you these places that he went and show you things of the places that he went to. I was in the pyramids, and then they show you the pyramids in the background. All that stuff.
Yeah. He dropped a little science to it.
I mean, he was cool, but to me, still, as far as a piece of
You know, if you multiply the pyramid with the wobble of the number of the earth, It equals up to the circumference of the planet.
The planet. Which is insanity, but that's what we do. They call us insane when they
How
don't
they
understand
don't?
us.
There had to be aliens.
Yeah, but they don't understand us. So they try to give everybody the, I don't know, their shine on it, but the people that actually did it, you know, and they act like them the only ones.
Go ask the Dogon, man.
They ain't gonna ask no. Like what my man say. You know what? When they were when they discovered the pyramids and started digging, you know why they stopped?
They kept finding black history.
That's exactly why they stopped.
You gonna keep finding black history.
I mean, you can't do anything but find black history. I mean, and the thing is,
I have a hypothesis that these so-called UAPs that these people are playing with are filming. I think they're treasures from Kemet that they found.
quite possible.
And they'll never say it because they're linked to black people.
Well, the thing is that they can say whatever they want now, because the fact of the matter is that people are in the self-discovery now, and people are trying to find out who they really are and find out their real roots.
Yeah, speaking of the what we talk about the pyramids, right? Circumference of the earth and all because of its wobble. You have to reflect the technology with the mathematics it was using. Right? They're not going to know all that information and use sticks and rocks and all that, right? They'd have to be almost, well, since we don't know how they did it, they obviously were past computers and cell phones. And,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying?
Well, in the kingdom of Zala, it was an explosion, remember? They are an advanced society.
Yeah, way advanced.
Way advanced. And the connection between the two of them, with the first man to touch it and the machines themselves, is that the oil that they produce is melanin. And that's
It might be like, I mean, there's a lot of shit in the ocean that we don't know about. And speaking of that,
we know
we'll
about
go
the
back
moon
to
than
that.
we know about the ocean.
We'll go back to that. Tony, what's your opinion on those people that took a sub down to the Titanic in a milk crate?
Well,
homemade.
My opinion on that is this. First off, it's a tragedy. I honestly feel it's a tragedy. I think that people...
It's natural selection.
It's not. It's more than that.
Themselves.
It's more than that. Now that is called... I don't really want to
have a gun to their head.
But I agree with you. But this is the point I'm trying to make, is that you have to be one. There's starving people all over the damn world. Homeless population is increasing every single fucking day, and you make a decision because you have $250,000 per person to spend to do this, because none of us do.
Do you know how much?
And
what that
if
money
I did, I
done?
still wouldn't do it.
Did you see what was in this submarine before they left? Did you see the interview when he said, "Oh, I got this from Target. Look, I made this myself."
Yeah, that's what. But see, my point being to you is this: is that if you are a person that has the means to go get in somebody else's death trap.
Death trap? Damn, Tom.
Well, I mean,
you wouldn't go in if I made a submarine.
This is the craziest
Target shit.
You'd be like, you in that motherfucking submarine and get the fuck up out of my yard. That's what you do.
Tony, come on, man. Tell me here, God.
No, but it's like this though. Think about it like this. This is the irony of it, right?
You get the fuck out of my yard.
Yeah, quickly. Man. That's like being that dude that decided to try to launch himself into space. If you got the means, you have to question what education means. Because obviously you made a bunch of money. You got educated in a system. You should have thought about the fact that, the one boy didn't even want to go. And the thing is this.
Bro,
You
he
gotta-
had so much homemade shit in that sub.
Man, everything was homemade, and he should have kept his ass at home.
I would have been. You going down to the Titanic, isn't it?
Yeah. You gonna go down 13,000 feet, I think they said it was. I understand, but the irony, I'm trying to get back to the irony of the whole situation. The irony of the situation is that on both those ships at the bottom of the ocean were a bunch of extremely rich people who got on and chose to do what others couldn't do when they could have been helping those others, as opposed to the people on the Titanic. A bunch of them were just travelers doing their vacation or whatever, but the majority of them were wealthy people, and it's like, I mean, they just do, it's naturally naturally fucking stupid. I mean, I'm not going to sit back and say any, because like I said,
Go swimming, man. Why you gotta do all that? 13. There ain't nothing down there
but
that
you've
you
seen the
supposed to
pictures
be
already.
around.
You just want to be, in a situation, but this is the part. This is the part that gets me though, is that you all these rich people and you do this, taking a risk upon yourselves to go do this. And I'm not condemning the dead. That's not something I'm ever going to do.
I'm talking in general.
I'm talking about just the logic of it. Logically, you would think that you would understand that, hey, if I'm gonna do this, I need to take out like $1 billion insurance policy and all this good stuff for my family, because which they would never insure you on. And when they say that, that's the minute you say, I ain't going.
You going where in this?
But then on top of that, it costs the American people millions and millions of dollars.
For the Coast Guard.
For the Coast Guard.
We pay for that. We pay for that.
Mm-hmm.
For this motherfucker.
And the part that gets me about it is this: is where they found it at was right at the bow, the trail. Why didn't you go there first? Why didn't you go look there first? If they was going to the Titanic, why don't you go and look around the Titanic, see if they made it first?
They don't fuck around. The Navy don't even fuck around down there.
Man, that
Why
sucker, you get down there and crush a submarine.
What?
I mean, it's like you down here doing.
I wouldn't even cover you in the news.
They said that the damn thing probably imploded so fast that they didn't even feel it. I mean, it's like, but but still, it's like
you got the weight of tons of water on you,
man,
and you in a tin can.
I mean, there's machines that'll do it, but they are, when you get in, ain't nothing from Walmart in there. Ain't nothing from Kmart in there. And it costs.
Man, are you kidding me? He was like, hell, look what they there.
Made
that much sense.
But like I said, him and that dude that tried to launch himself into space are probably related. Because I'm gonna tell you right now, the fact that you can do something doesn't mean that you should do something. I mean, because every time I think about that, it's just like, man, all them lives lost over some goofy guy's idea that a whole bunch of people that then looked up and said, man, this is like seriously dangerous, and they still let him do it. I'm like, man,
grown ass man.
No, what I mean by he's a grown ass man, but if you were a grown ass man dealing with a person that is so obsessed with what they're doing that they don't realize that you're putting these people's lives in not a little bit of danger, in severe danger.
I mean, you could Google that and it would tell you don't do that. Don't do that shit.
No,
what is wrong with you?
I mean, people been down to see it before and all that stuff. I'm like, dude, and then I saw the pictures. That's good enough for me. I don't need to go down there.
Dude, I believe you. I believe that shit is down.
I believe you. You take a picture of Bigfoot and you got his hair in your teeth, I'm gonna believe you too. But that ain't never happened.
I ain't going out there.
I ain't going to find it. Nah. If you can tell me that tastes, that Bigfoot meat tastes better than any meat in the world, then guess what? You'll be the only one to know.
Yeah, I don't fuck with Ken.
No, I ain't doing none of that crazy stuff. Oh, well, let's go find a cobra. You go find a cobra. I already got a belt. Shit, I am not fucking with no cobra. I mean, it's like certain things. It's just, I could see doing a safari. Being up in a safe place, going to ride and seeing the wildlife.
Safari
but
got
I'm
some
not.
Hey, them animals got some notches on the
safari. You best believe they do. Shoot, they got more than some notches because the notches that.
Oh, Jim, let me get just one selfie.
You know what? I'm gonna get closer.
Let me get one of them selfie motherfuckers.
Let me get closer. If I can barely see it, that's close enough for me. I ain't trying to get that close, man. I ain't messing with it. No, I mean, and the part about it that I just find to be just amazing is that people think that going out and killing these animals makes you some big shot or something like that.
That's all you gotta do, Tony. You know that's a universal shot.
You know, I mean, it's just.
Damn.
Why
And they
would
put
you,
a head on the wall to look at it.
and then, like, that's
What
just.
is that about? Bracket that, Tony.
I can't.
I mean, what is that?
It's arrogance. Arrogance. And because at the end of the day, you out doing things because you get a thrill out of the kill. I mean,
Yeah.
most of y'all don't.
You
Y'all
can
ain't
see if
even,
you kill them with your bare hands, all right, then that's something to be like wild about.
or some of you actually
But
went
you
out.
go out with this triple automatic fucking boom gun
Yeah.
and think you the fucking man? Fuck
Yeah,
out of
ain't
here,
nothing.
coward. Turn that on yourself and do the planet a favor, man.
I mean, it's just people gotta stop looking at like these animals and the
Man,
like
they sentient beings. You ever see them lions? They kill a lion and his brother come and kill all them motherfuckers.
Mhm. Yeah,
Having that one white couple, you see that shit? They were like, where did he come from?
yeah. He came from where he was supposed to come from because you wasn't supposed to be here.
He was not supposed to be anywhere near there.
Nope. I mean, and the thing is that people go back to money because there ain't no average dude going out there and do that nowhere. And even if you had money, probably 99% of us would never want to do it anyway. It's just why would you go out there and shoot at animals?
You know what? It's boredom.
I mean,
you have
especially
that
animals
much
in the
money-
wild that don't even fear you.
When you have that much money, it's got to be boredom. You ain't got nothing else to do, man. And you're just actually just mad at everything.
I mean, it's just like, dude, just because you
Boredom
can,
is-
don't mean you should.
Boredom is the equivalent to hell, man.
I mean, all they got to do to say to me is somebody got bit by a shark right off the beach.
Did you see that cat that got ate up in like less than 2 minutes? He's like gone, dude.
Yeah,
And you know what? I bet there's still people swimming in that exact location.
I ain't gonna be nowhere near
How
there.
much you want to bet there's people still swimming in that exact
They can have it.
location?
I ain't thinking about it.
Would it be believable
If
it is?
if it ain't got four walls and one end to say deep end, I ain't jumping in no
But
water.
I'm gonna ask you,
No.
do you still think there's people swimming in that exact
You know they are.
Damn.
Real, they just. You think them tourist
Probably
locations?
looking for it.
Oh, I wonder which one it was. Oh, that's the one. Well, you ain't get to go tell nobody that you caught him.
Oh, man.
No, but it's like, like these dudes out here. We're gonna go find this shark that killed this boy. Okay,
Really?
and why? And what did the shark do that he wasn't supposed to do?
Hey, what was the shark? What is his crime?
That's like these
You know what I'm saying?
these idiots going up trying to stand next to bison. I'm like, I am not trying to take a picture with a bison. Have you ever seen? Do you know how big that thing is? And he territorial, and you gonna go out there and stand next to him? That's like, I'm gonna get a picture with a
Somebody
moose.
can like your shit on social media.
You ever seen a moose?
I know they're like almost big as that tree.
Man,
Motherfuckers
that
like
thing
dinosaurs,
is
man.
giant, bro. And I
They're
mean,
like dinosaurs.
and you go out here messing with these things.
You
No.
You praise them from afar.
Yeah, that's what you do. You let them grow, and because there's a purpose for everything, and they have a purpose, just like you have a
It's
purpose.
like the so-called Bigfoot. Leave him the fuck alone, dude.
If it's out there, leave them alone.
Leave him the fuck. Why you?
Like out there trying to
You got all this city, dude.
make a media circus.
You got
out of
look.
it.
You got all this city. He probably got a little piece of space in the woods, man. He don't need you running around with a camera, dude. Because if you do find him, then everybody gonna be in that
And
motherfucker.
then now his whole habitat has been
Yeah.
destroyed.
If you're really some type of human being, you would like if you found it, you wouldn't say shit.
Yeah,
man.
he's like, I saw it though. I
saw it.
it
Keep
with
your
my own
mouth
eyes.
shut,
I
dude.
saw it with my own eyes.
You have every fucking monkey around there with a camera, just fucking up your shit, man.
Oh man, but at the end of the day, it's just like it's all about perspectives. I mean, for me, it's like I look at that and I'm like, I just think it's barbaric what people be doing to animals and stuff. I think that I was when I was a kid, we hunted, but we hunted stuff that is plentiful.
Did you eat it?
Yeah, we ate, man. Shoot.
Hope you ate it, man.
Yeah, shoot. We back in the day, man. I remember my brother Brian. These dudes were hunting. They were hunting rabbits. You ever had rabbit?
I think I had.
That was good. But
Bless you, bro. I'm about to send you on a go-go,
nah.
Daddy, why you out? Man, let me get up out, man. I got work, got a drum parade I gotta do tomorrow. I got some big joints tomorrow, man.
Yeah, shit. I'll be over there filming till about 1, and then
Come on down, Lamar. You ain't going there.
yeah, that's when I get done.
Everything day is going on. It's a blessing, man. A wonderful life.
Yeah. Shit. All right, man.
I kiss the kids for me.
Ah,
To the fam. Hey, to the mom. See
All
what
right.
you got.
That's what's up.
All right, man.
All right, man.